What's up, nerds? My name is Steve from Flipping the Nerd, and this is my Montreal 2017 Comic-Con crap haul. I don't even know what else to call it. It's basically a haul of the things that I got at Montreal Comic-Con this year. It's a convention I go to every single year. Now, I meant to film some stuff and do a kind of recap, but I ended up being so busy that I didn't film anything. But during the outro, I'll post some of the pictures that my friends took. Huge shout out to my buddies Pat and Rich who went with me. And so this is stuff I got. It's mostly horror. Horror is kind of my biggest interest, but there are a couple other things outside the horror genre. Hope you like it. Let's get through it. First, I'm going to go with the freebies because these cons always give out some stuff to promote things coming out. Number one, it's in the gaming. There's a lot of Montreal's a huge gaming city. A lot of studios are in Montreal. A lot of the popular games come out of Montreal. Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, the last Mass Effect was made there. And one of the games that was there was Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, which I'm very excited about, coming out this November. And they were there showing off the game. It looks amazing. I love the first one, so I'm psyched about it. And they gave us a DVD of like some movie or TV show of the Lego Marvel, so that was really cool. And they gave us a Lego character, Dr. Wu from Jurassic World. Totally random, but I thought I'd show it off anyway. So that was cool. I didn't play too many of the video games there though, because I don't think, I'm going to play these games sooner or later, so why spend my very valuable time that I'm there doing that when I could be doing a bunch of other stuff. Some posters they gave out as well. I have a Westworld poster for Season 1. Great show. Kong Skull Island. Pretty cool. Of course, as I was just talking about, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, which is the game that I saw there that gave me the other stuff, and also Injustice 2. So there you have it. I don't know if I'll keep them. Maybe I'll put them in a giveaway box. So that's that. I'm going to show one other item. Now, I didn't technically get it at Comic-Con. I got it the same week, and I might as well show it off here. It's the closest thing to a horror controller they have, as far as I know. So I bought myself a new Xbox One controller. You can play with me at Flipping the Nerd if you like to play games. I'm always up to game. So this is the Gears of War controller that I bought there. If you're a horror fan, this is as close as it's going to get. It's really, really cool. It feels good. It's from the most recent Xbox One S version that came out recently. It's got some scratch marks and the Gears of War logo here on the side too. Very, very cool. Love this controller. Thought I'd show it off here. Let's get to the autographs. That's usually the first thing that I go for. It's one of my big passions to collect autographs and meet the celebrities and then talk about how nice they were or how much of a dick they were. This year it was mostly nice, so I'll give you my little review of each of them as I'm talking about them. The first one's already on my wall, so I'm going to post a picture of it. I have a Walking Dead poster signed by, I think, 10 people at this point. You can see them all there. But the one I met this year was Shane, whose name is escaping me right now. I'm trying to peek over there to see it, but I'm sorry, I totally forgot. But he was very, very cool, very genuine. It was split half and half, whether people were there to see him for Walking Dead or to see him as the Punisher from the Netflix series. Because I have a Walking Dead poster already started, picked him for Shane, but I really love him as the Punisher as well, so that would have been awesome. After that, I met two pro wrestlers. I was a huge pro wrestling fan. I watch it from time to time now, but I was a bigger fan kind of in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. And I met two legends. Number one, I met Mean Gene Okerlund, who wrote to Steve, "Holy Balls." I never in my life remembered Mean Gene saying "Holy Balls," but I thought it was funny anyway, so there you have it, Mean Gene Okerlund. A little bit lost, very old looking, like very old looking, but such a classic character. I'm happy to add him to my wall of fame in my gym. And number 2 is another legend. He's from Montreal, the first ever Intercontinental Champion of all time, and Vince McMahon's right-hand man, Pat Patterson. Very, very cool. I was very excited to meet him. He was a big part of the Attitude Era. He was one of the Stooges, but I also respect his wrestling career, and of course, being from my hometown is an extra bonus. However, he was on another planet. Like, I don't even know if he knows where he was. It was kind of sad. His handler had to, like, keep him kind of, in check. So I paid the handler, and he's like, Pat, to Steve. And he's just like, okay, Steve, Pat Patterson, gives me the print, and he's like, I'm hungry. When's lunch? Just like, whoosh. Anyway, it was a little sad, but at least I got his autograph while I could. So happy about that. Then I walked over to the horror section and met somebody on my bucket list I've always wanted to meet. He is part of one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and the horror movie that I credit as to getting me into horror, into the genre and everything. My wife and I disagreed as to what he should sign, so I had him sign 2 things. What he's mostly famous for is what my wife wanted him for, and that's Tony Todd over here as Candyman. And for me, and the movie I was talking about was Night of the Living Dead. This is the Tom Savini version of Night of the Living Dead. So he signed that there. I'm meeting Tom Savini in November at another con, and rest in peace to George A. Romero. He's like my hero in the horror genre. So I'm going to do a complete video about that, though. So we'll get there. But Tony Todd, now among what I would consider, and I've met probably 100 celebrities by now, maybe in the top 5 nicest celebrities I've ever met. He was like beyond nice. Just such a cool dude. Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about Tony Todd. So, mad respect there. And finally, another bucket list of mine. Hopefully the glare's not too bad. So this is a Ninja Turtles print, The King and I, that was done with Jack Kirby, and it is signed by Mr. Kevin Eastman, who also drew me a little Ninja Turtle. He is half of the creative duo that created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and he did something I've never seen at a con before. He signed for free. I've been going to cons since 2011. Now, I've been to things where people sign for free, like pro wrestling things in the early 2000s, but never at an actual con have I seen a celebrity, especially one, of my opinion, of this magnitude, sign for free. And his explanation was basically, so the real rule was that the first signature was free, and then the second one was, I think, $25, which I get, because then you're not getting kind of people selling his signature online. But he feels that we've been supporting him for the last 40 years. The least he could do is put his signature on a piece of paper for us for free, and just a cool guy. And I was happy because Ninja Turtles is my childhood. I've always loved them. I picked up a print that was there because I didn't know what to sign. So Kevin Eastman, huge thumbs up. Also one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met. So those were the autographs that I got at this con. All right, moving on to some items. I didn't buy too much. I didn't buy quantity this year. I bought quality. 2 things. Ironically, everyone seems to be getting off the pop train, and I'm just right now getting on. I'm trying to get every pop that I can. Obviously, I'm not going to pay hundreds for a stupid pop, but every horror pop that I can, I'm going to put them on a shelf in my soon-to-be new background. This is a temporary setup. I'm back to where I used to be. No longer recording in my other room. I have a full room awaiting me. But anyway, so I got 2 pops I was missing in my collection. Elvira, of course, the Mistress of the Dark. I've met her before, Cassandra Peterson. Super awesome. So I had to get her. And this is not horror, it's technically video games, but it looks horror enough for me to go on the shelf. And that's Sweet Tooth from the Twisted Metal series on PlayStation. I used to love this game on my PS1 and 2. Haven't played the more recent games, but absolutely love this character. He looks great, and I think he'll look good on the horror shelf. And last but not least, my favorite vendor at these events. Every time now I'm going to make a point to go see them. Please go check out their website. They got some awesome stuff. Revenant FX, which you can find revenantfx.com. Okay, you can see them on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. So last year, you'll remember that I got this amazing Annabelle, and very heavy. This will kill you. Like this is heavy duty stuff. This Annabelle, it's technically like a garden gnome, and it's just so cool. It's unique. Nobody else does this. It's just, I absolutely fell in love with this last year, and as I tend to do, I now want them all. Their whole horror line. Now, I didn't buy them all because, first of all, they're expensive. These are high quality handmade things. Second of all, they're heavy as hell. So there's just so much I can carry at these cons. Thankfully, I had pretty big, strong friends to help me out. So I bought 3 of them, and because I bought 3 of them before I get to them, they actually threw in a nice little Christmas ornament of a zombified Santa. Very cool of them. So I really appreciate that. And so I got 3 here. Here, I'll go left. First one, I got Michael Myers. Very cool. It's got the Revenant FX symbol back there. Love this one. A little bit of a head tilt. Got his knife. Love it. Ugh. And then we have, here we go, Captain Spaulding giving us his little salute. His hat. Absolutely love this one as well. So also the Revenant FX symbol there. Ugh. And my favorite of this batch, just because of how it's made, the quality of this one is amazing. And that's Sam from Trick or Treat. Absolutely cool. Just awesome. Yeah. Love it. Very cool. Very well made. Actual buttons for his eyes, which was surprising. Yeah, so Revenant FX, like I said, please go check him out. Such a nice couple that run this thing. I'm going to buy more probably for Christmas. I'm going to buy a couple more. Maybe have them shipped so I don't have to lift them. That would be great. So let me know what you thought of this haul. What were your favorite items? Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? I'm sure you don't have concerns. Maybe comments. Maybe questions. Probably no concerns. Maybe for my health. I have to lift these things through a con. And yeah, that was not pleasant. So maybe there will be a concern. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all on the flip side. Goodbye.